Me, little old me from the 305 Miami, like 305 till I die.
Bad and bougie, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got
hey guys, it's your girl Cyn. Welcome back to my channel. If you're not a part of the tribe, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that you can be a part of the tribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, it'll be also linked down below here for you guys so you guys can be part of the tribe here over on this channel. This is going to be a look for today. This is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me. So if you want to see how I got this look, please make sure to stay tuned. I have my robe on, you know, I got my Dunkin'. Y'all know I love my Dunkin' Donuts, like Dunkin' Donuts, coffee. Hashtag not sponsored, but y'all should be sponsoring me. I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I can better than Starbucks coffee, y'all know it's already, but I have my Dunkin' Donuts coffee on hand to get this face beat. So let's get into it. I did ask you guys to send me some questions over on Instagram, and you guys went ahead and sent me some questions. Thank you. So it's gonna be a little chit chat. Some of the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram were a lot more spiritual, and before going into that, I do want to say that I want to talk a little bit about spiritual warfare. And some of you are like, what are you talking about, spiritual warfare? Like, what are you talking about? Well, child, I have been going through a lot on Instagram. If you don't follow me already, there has been a lot of accounts that I'm using Laura Mercier primer. Shout out to Laura Mercier because they send me PR packages like every month, and their PR packages are bomb. All of the products are, not all of them, but some of the products I'm going to be using is Laura Mercier because they send me a lot of products every month. And I just want to say thank you, Laura Mercier, for seeing a small brown girl from the 305 and sending me products. Like, thank you. I have been going through a lot on Instagram. If you don't follow me, there have been a lot of accounts that have been copying, impersonating me, contacting my clients. They have been doing the most over on Instagram, and I have been trying to get all of them shut down because essentially they have been reaching out to my clients and trying to get readings from them. Reaching out to my clients, trying to get my clients to get readings from them, and they're fakes. They're not me. And then I have clients, you know, reaching out to me via DMs like, girl, I got a reading from this person and it's not you. And then I have other clients coming to me or people who are interested in getting readings from me and just like, oh, you scam me. Like, I'm just like, that's not my page. I've been really dealing with that. Instagram does not do a lot when it comes to protecting a lot of spiritualists on that platform. It's really hard to get impersonation accounts down, and when you finally do get the accounts down, they'll just remake new ones. So I've been really dealing with that. Kind of funny because I was getting a reading from, you guys already know, Tamaj Tarot here on YouTube. Like, she's the only reader that I go to other than my other spiritual advisor. She kind of told me in a reading that this would happen. She told me that there would be a lot of impersonations, a lot of people trying to copy my work and my creativity. She just basically said that in my business, I would just kind of have to deal with a lot of that. And it's unfortunate because it's, one, draining emotionally. And two, it's like, I don't want my clients thinking that I'm trying to scam them when it's not me. It's these fake people trying to kind of like impersonate me, trying to pretend to be me and trying to scam people out of their money. Now, thankfully, a lot of spiritualists have been hitting me up on my DM because I've been getting these accounts down rather quickly. Like, as soon as one pops up, I get them taken down. And then a lot of people are reaching out to me, a lot of spiritualists, because it's been happening very frequently in the spiritualist community. They're getting their work stolen. And it's because I'm getting all of these accounts taken down so frequently and so easily within a day or two. They've been in my DMs asking me like, Cynthia, how do you get these accounts down? Like, what have you been doing? Like, I have so many fake accounts. Like, how did you get them down? Fortunately for me, all of my planners, journals are trademarked. So if they do try to copy any of my work or impersonate me, all I have to do is reach out to Instagram and tell them, hey, like, this account is impersonating me, take it down. Like, all of my work are trademarked, and if you don't take this seriously, I can actually literally legally send Instagram to court. So that's how I've been getting all of these accounts taken down, because my work is trademarked. And when it comes to my business, I really don't play. Like, this is my livelihood. This is how I eat. This is how I provide a life for me. This is how I, you know, thrive as a spiritualist. Like, you're not going to try and take my clients, or you're not going to try and harm my clients by giving them these fake readings. A lot of spiritualists, again, have been reaching in my DMs and asking me to help them and how to get their trademarks and how to like get things legally done so that they can be able to take them down as well. Because again, this is heavily happening in the spiritual community over on Instagram. So I've been helping a lot of spiritualists. Anyone who hits me up in DMs, I've been really helping them as much as I possibly can to learn how to trademark their items or trademark anything so that they can kind of get these accounts shut down or these accounts eliminated off the platform. I've been really dealing with that. It's been really, really, really annoying to have to deal with this situation. One thing I can say is that these particular accounts thrive off vulnerable people. And secondly, I would never like DM someone about a reading. This is Fenty in 303. This is the Pro Filter concealer. As you guys know, in one of my vlogs, I brought this off of Sephora, and I love this concealer. It's like perfect shade of my skin tone. You have to wait for it to oxidize, but it matches my skin tone to the T. So shout out to the, actually I didn't buy Sephora, I bought this in Ulta. Shout out to the girl at Ulta. She helped me out. She asked like, oh, you have a YouTube channel? Like, let me, and I'm like, so she's watching this. Hey girl, you did the damn thing with the color matching. It's really unfortunate because we'll never reach out to a client in DMs wanting to give them a reading. First of all, I curse like in my readings. Like, I will tell you the truth. Even if you don't want to hear it, I'm going to tell you the truth. So I curse in my reading. So when people are like, oh, I thought this was you, I'm like, yeah, that don't even sound like me. I don't be using the beloved ancestors type of approach when I be in people's DMs. So that's not me. If you do get an DM or even possibly an email, because I don't know how they're doing it, really not really in touch or really bothered by these accounts. Like, I don't know how they're getting in contact with my clients. I just know they've been doing DMs on Instagram and stuff like that. So if you do get a DM by JustCynRoy and it looks kind of fishy, just kind of like use some sort of spiritual discernment. I did get a question on my Instagram about being clairaudient from a person over on Instagram. I'm gonna pull up her name so I don't forget her name, because I did take a screenshot of it. Her name is Sosa_Ray. Her question was, how did you know you had a gift of clairvoyance? In my spiritual journey, I've always been spiritual, even as a child. My mother would tell me this. I literally would see things, hear things. I know they weren't just my imagination. I know that the things that I was experiencing were real, and they were not just, you know, again, my imagination or my creativity. In my spiritual journey, I honestly feel like my spirituality saved me. I was in a really, really dark place emotionally with my twin flame. I was just going through a lot emotionally. I didn't know myself. I was just trying to find myself. And I was going through a really, really horrible breakup. And it's really unfortunate that I had to go through a breakup or a separation for it to kind of like spark my spiritual journey. But again, that usually happens on your spiritual journey. It's either some sort of huge dark night of the soul, or some sort of huge experience in your life that kind of shifts your perspective, or kind of like helps you see things from a higher perspective, right? I did go through a horrible separation. I almost lost myself in that situation. It almost destroyed me in a sense, emotionally, and I feel like I kind of leaned on my spirituality to get me through it. I honestly never felt like I had a gift spiritually. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't think I had a gift. It wasn't until, I've mentioned this story a couple times on my channel, maybe you guys haven't seen the video, but it wasn't until I went on vacation with my best friend. I actually have the vlog on my channel. I went on vacation with my best friend. Went to Tulum, Mexico. It was my first time going to Tulum because I've been to Tulum multiple times. It was my first time going to Tulum, and we went to the cenotes, Tulum. And now, mind you, I was always into spirituality. I really was interested in going to the cenotes and seeing the shamans because I really wanted to kind of like interact with the shamans and kind of like know their culture, and to mainly, you know, get some guidance from them because it was a private tour. They didn't really want to take us. They were like, oh no, like we don't want to disrupt them. Like, you know, we have to have permission to go there. And I really pressed them. Like, I want to go see, like, please, please, please. I had to literally beg. I went and I got blessed by a shaman while I was on the trip. While I was there, we got blessed. I got to see the cenotes, which is absolutely beautiful. If you go to Tulum, you have to see the cenotes. After that trip, my best friend gifted me a tarot deck. Now, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, why did she give me this? Like, Lord Jesus, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do tarot. Like, it looks right now, but give it some time, okay? I look like a ghost right now, but give it some time. I was like, why did she give me this? I don't know anything about this world. Like, why is she gifting this to me? So she gave me a tarot deck. We were at the airport, and she was like, oh, give me a reading. I was like, girl, what the hell I'm doing? Why you want a reading from me? I could refer you to somebody. I know somebody can give a reading, but you want to get a reading from me? And she's like, yeah, give me a reading. I gave her a reading, and pretty much everything that I told her was accurate. She was like, girl, how did you know that? Like, oh my God, how did you know that? People in the airport were staring at me because they're like, who's this witch with all these tarot cards giving these people, like, giving that girl a reading? Like, they were looking at me like I had Ebola. They were looking at me like I had Ebola. They were like looking at me like, girl, like, what you doing? Like, the hell? Like, they were looking at me like I was crazy. She told me like everything was accurate and that, you know, I should really start charging people. And at that point, I was not really comfortable with charging people because not that I didn't believe in my gift, but I wasn't in the position, or I just didn't want to do it. You know, like, I was just like, you know, I don't feel comfortable with this. Like, I don't know if this is something that I really want to get into. Like, this is maybe to be like a little hobby. But my best friend was like, no, like, you need to start charging people. So I started giving out readings for free in my community with the tarot deck that my best friend gave me for my birthday in 2019. I think so, 19 or 18. I was getting a lot of feedback. People were telling me like I was correct, I was accurate, I need to start charging, blah, blah. And I still was not comfortable charging anybody. One day, my mom, she saw me. She was like, you know what? Stop it. My mom is also very spiritual too. I would call her a witch, but she's very spiritual. Hey, mommy. I know she's probably watching this. But she was like, no, you need to stop. You need to start charging people. You have a gift. You should get paid for your gift. You should be getting paid for, you know, your energy. Like, you should really start taking this really seriously. Or if you're not going to take it seriously, you know, don't do it, because you're essentially giving your energy out to people. And this can be very emotionally draining and taxing. I was like, you know what, like, you're right. I need to see if I really want to do this seriously. Because you know, people were telling me like, you're really gifted. Like, you really need to start doing this seriously. And I was like, I don't know. And I spoke to my mom about it, and she was like, you know, Cynthia, like, if people are not saying these things for no reason, like, you really need to start taking this seriously. First, I started charging people, like, in my community, and they were paying. In my mind, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can feel things. I can pick up an energy, and I would see movie clips in my head, and I had to literally put the movie clips in order so that it could make sense to me, so that I can verbally tell them what I'm seeing, which is really weird. It's like being in the editor's room or the chopping block when you're editing a movie. Like, you have all of these pieces of film, individual pieces of film, and you're having to put them together to create a story. I would see these things and I'm just like, wow, like, this piece goes over here, that piece goes over there, like, and I would make it just a fluid film, and I would literally just start talking and tell people this is what I'm seeing. People would be like, oh my god, how do you know that? I'm like, I don't know. And to this day, I don't really know how to explain it to people. when people ask me like, how do you know how to do readings? Like, how do you know how to tap into my energy? Like, how do you know this? Like, how do you know how to, like, what's going on in my life? I decided that I was gonna like start spiritual candles, and my first product on my site, or just selling generally, was spiritual candles. My friends were supporting me, and I'm just like, oh, my friends are buying candles for me. Because usually your supporters are not your friends or your family. They're complete strangers. And my friends were supporting me. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe they actually believe in me, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I should really do this. So I started a website 3 years ago. I did my website, my own website from scratch, because I was really good. Because if you guys don't know, I had a business before my business. I used to sell hair extensions. If you know, you know. My people who know. I was really good at it, and I say all the time that unfortunately that business failed, but I'm glad that it failed, or I'm glad all of the things that transpired happened, because I now wouldn't know what it's like to be in business or how to run a business, because essentially all of the things I was learning during that business, I applied to this new business that I have now today. I'm grateful for everything that I went through with that particular business, because I would not be Just Cyn today, okay? I would not be Just Cyn today. I started my own website. I did my own thing on my website. I upload all the pictures. I made it look extremely professional. Again, if you want to shop with me, it'll be right here. My store, my website. So if you want to shop with me, it'll be there. I did my site. I was scared. I was petrified. I'm like, what if somebody buys anything? Like, I'm just doing this out of a whim. Like, let me just, you know, see what to do. I want to put myself out there. I'm not afraid. I want to put myself out there. Orders kept rolling in. Orders were rolling in. And I'm like, oh my God, like, people really support me. Like, strangers were supporting me, and in my DMs, they're like, oh my God, like, because of, you know, I talked a lot about spirituality on my channel. So if you want to see all my spiritual videos, I'll have a playlist here that you guys can kind of like watch all of my spiritual videos. But people were like, oh my God, because of your video on YouTube, like, you sparked my spiritual journey. I'm going to support your business. I'm going to buy from you. I'm going to support you in any way I possibly can, because you are the reason why I am where I am in my journey today. That, out of all things, touched me, because I felt seen. I felt like I'm not alone in all of this, because spiritually, I feel like my business saved me. And I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm not gonna get emotional because I'm doing makeup. But I feel like my business saved me. I was in such... Drink my coffee. The tears are coming. I was such in a bad place 4 years ago. Like, I felt like my heart was like ripped out of my chest 4 years ago. Like, I don't wish that pain on anyone. So when I went through that huge horrible breakup, like, it kind of like heart, I don't say breakup because I wasn't with him, but a huge heartbreak, that changed the way that I see life. That changed the way that I see men now. It changed a lot in me. I felt like when my heart broke that day, a part of me broke too. Like, the old Cynthia that I was 4 years ago is not the Cynthia that is here today. I'm a completely different woman now. I'm not even the same girl anymore. And the fact that people kind of like have seen me through my spiritual journey and kind of have like seen me from the beginning of it all. Like, I have it all documented on my YouTube channel. So if I ever want to go back, I can kind of like visually see like the changes of who I am today from who I wasn't. Stop being a fucking crybaby. You know, you can see it. Like, you can see it. I've changed so much as a person. I feel like I'm so much powerful. I feel like I finally snatched my power back from that person and from that situation. Like, I feel like I came up on top. Like, literally, I had the last laugh. The fact that people recognize that on my journey and were basically essentially like, girl, you helped me. Like, you helped spark my spiritual journey. Like, you helped me see things in a different light. You helped me see that you can come up on top, like you can be that boss bitch, you can do all of these things in the midst of, I don't want to call it depression, but in the midst of like being at the lowest that you can possibly be energetically. People supported my business, and I am still here today, like 3 years in, still thriving, still shipping out orders daily, like giving out readings. Like, it's like, I have a good way of picking up on people. I have a good way of picking up on bullshit. Like, I just have a really good, I'm on it. I'm on it. Me being able to help people on their spiritual journey was all I really wanted to do. I know what that looked like for me, but I'm glad that I'm in a place right now where I can be able to say, you know what, I help spark some sort of higher perspective, or you seeing something from a higher perspective, or your spiritual journey, or you healing from something that you feel that you could never heal from or overcome. So I take great pride, and it's so rewarding in the work that I do. I know a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people are just like, girl, like you're going to hell, like, you know, you work for the devil. Like, I've been called the lowest of the lowest. I've been called the witch. I've been called everything that you can possibly think of, and it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Like, people have asked me several times, like, does that bother you? I'm just like, not really. I've been called so many things, you know. I've been told that I'm gonna go to hell. I've been told all of these things, and it's usually from people who don't really know what spirituality is. It's usually from people who don't understand my lifestyle. A lot of people who are very overly religious, people who are they're very much so into God. Now, I always get the question, Cynthia, do you believe in God? Yes, I believe in God, but I also believe in ancestors. I also believe that there's a spiritual realm, and I also believe that we are innately spiritually gifted. We all have a gift, whether that be discernment, picking up on different energies around us energetically, being able to communicate with, you know, animals, being able to communicate with children. Like, there's people out there that are gifted, that are able to connect with other beings on this earth, and I just feel like I am one of them. I don't want to myself, but you know, I've helped so many people on this journey, and I have people who have been with me since day one, like since I first started my business. Like, they took a chance on me, and they really like decided to come to me as a reader, because there's so many readers out here on either YouTube or, you know, Instagram or wherever. Your next door neighbor, the lady at the store, the other lady down the block. Like, there's so many readers and there's so many practitioners, spiritual practitioners that they can go to, but they decided to come to me, and I am forever grateful for it. Because first of all, me, little old me from the 305 Miami, like 305 till I die. You want to get ready for me? Like, I'm speechless. I'm forever grateful. I'm humbled in it all. I'm gonna use my finishing spray from Emily, from my girl Tanisha. Shout out to you, boo. She has her own line. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it down below. A couple of my day one clients, Ericia, Tracy, Chanel, there's so many. If I don't name them all, they're gonna be mad at me. Stephanie, Stephanie E, Taila, like, shout out to all of y'all, like my day ones. Like, I'm forever grateful by them, because oh shit, I should have, whatever. Oh man, I wasn't supposed to do that. But I'm just like entirely grateful for them, because like they've been with me from like since the day ones. Like, they gave me a chance, you know. And a lot of referrals too. A lot of people just like, oh my God, girl, I heard you from my friend. She brought a reading from you, and she told me that you were like the one to go to. Like, you were legit. Like, you were someone that I needed to see, and I just like, I needed to get a reading from. And I'm just like, damn, like, y'all really go hard for me. And that's why I try to give back as much as I possibly can, and when I possibly can, because I just feel like, you know what, y'all deserve all of this success as much as I do, you know what I mean? And I really want to make sure that I really appreciate y'all, and let y'all know that I really appreciate y'all, and that, you know, I'm just not out here just like snatching coins up. And it's hard for me to kind of like accept this new person sometimes, because it's just like, dang girl, you out here really doing the damn thing. And I gotta give myself my flowers sometimes, and I have a hard time doing that, because to me, it's not just about me, it's about us. Like, I gotta give us are flowers, you know what I mean? I really appreciate y'all like supporting me. It does not go unnoticed. Like, I think about y'all daily. I be sliding y'all DMs, making sure y'all doing the spiritual work. Like, I don't play about my clients. I'm very protective of my clients because you guys are like family to me. Like, that's why I call y'all my tribe, because you guys are like family to me. I'm using the CoverGirl Full Spectrum itch. I'm using the Matte Ambition. Shout out to CoverGirl because they sent me PR packages too. CoverGirl was the first brand to sponsor your girl, like back in the day. Like, CoverGirl, the first one. Then Laura Mercier. But CoverGirl, I would never forget, was the first person to reach out to me. So shout out to everybody at CoverGirl. I want to give y'all flowers, because without y'all, there is no sin. You know what I mean? There's no sin. Yeah, I love y'all, and that I really want to thank y'all for being a part of my journey, because, you know, y'all help me spiritually too. Like, when I do my readings, yes, I'm chewing y'all asses out and telling y'all like y'all need to do better. But I really, when I'm hearing myself out loud, I'm also thinking about me. Like, Cyn, you give all these advice to these people. You need to take your own advice. You fucking up too. You need to also do the work too. So it kind of pushes me, in a sense, to be the best version of me, because I will be entirely a hypocrite if I were to tell y'all that y'all ain't fucking up, leave him alone, he ain't no good, like, you deserve better. Like, I would be an entire hypocrite if I was not doing the work as well. And that's why my ass is in therapy. It's been 6 months since I've been in therapy, and I have been really learning a lot of tools as a person, because I know that I'm not perfect. I know that sometimes I can be too blunt, I can be too harsh, I know this about me. You don't gotta tell me. Even when my friends tell me, like, girl, that was a little, it wasn't rude, but you could have said a little nicely. I'm working on it, bitch. I'm fully aware of my flaws. And I'm very unapologetically Cyn. I've been learning on my approach and learning to be a little bit more softer with my approach, because sometimes people are not able to deliver my message. And I've said this on my Instagram, not Instagram, but it is Instagram live and my YouTube live, that sometimes, yes, it's good to be blunt, and it's good to be transparent, it's good to be like raw, but sometimes people can't take your delivery. Sometimes people can't take your approach, not because they can't, it's because they may be in a vulnerable state. They may be in a state where they're not able to receive it. So you're having to be a little bit more mindful when coming to someone with some sort of information that you may feel like, well, I'm just giving it to you real. Sometimes real goes wrong. Like, sometimes it could go entirely wrong. And I've learned that over the years, that I'm not right all the time. You know what I mean? I'm human. And I feel like a lot of people don't look at me as human, because they're just like, oh my God, you're a healer. Like, you should know all the answers. And yeah, but I'm also learning too. You know what I mean? I'm learning these things. I'm living life with you guys as well. I bleed blood. You know what I mean? I bleed. In the spiritual journey, you know, you're not perfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly going to be going through a lot of lessons. And I try to be the best example that I possibly can be. Like I said, I still cuss. I'm raw sometimes, but I'm so passionate about my clients. I am so passionate about my business, and I'm so grateful that I get to wake up and do what I love. I get to wake up and talk to y'all and really be there for y'all when y'all need me. And that's why when I give my readings, I always tell y'all, like, you know how to find me if you need me, because I'm always gonna be there if you need me, sis. Like, slide in my DMs, like, book a reading. I'm always gonna be there for you. That friend that is across the country that you don't get to see every day, but you know that's your bitch, you know that's your dog, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be that person to a lot of people. It's like, we're family. You ain't got no choice but to keep me. honestly grateful. Like, honestly, thank you. It's not really accepted in my family, even still to this day, which makes it pretty hard for me. My brothers and sisters, my siblings, they really support me when whatever I do. Like, they don't see an issue with it. They've never, not that I know, they haven't come to me and said, hey girl, like, you tripping, like, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, they all like accept me for who I am, which I love, and I'm entirely grateful for, because I know a lot of people are not going to be accepting of it in my family. You don't have to be accepting of it, but you're gonna respect me. I put in work. I literally put in work for my business. This is something that I breathe. This is something that I take a lot of time meticulously to kind of like perfect. I always encourage people who think that they have a spiritual gift to kind of go after what you want. Don't care what people have to say, because people are going to talk regardless of whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad. Don't sit there and be like, dang man, I can't do what Cyn does, or damn, I can't be this, or damn, I can't do that, or damn, I can't achieve this goal because I'm afraid with my cousin, my sister, my brother, my family, my auntie. Like, who cares? You came into this earth by yourself, and you're going to leave this earth by yourself. Do the damn thing while you're still here, boo. The blush that I'm using is Taj Mahal by NARS. I've had this blush forever. I love this. It's like an orangey blush. I love orange blushes. I don't know what it is. I just simply love orange blushes. Like, they try to like give my life. They kind of give my face some life. Pink blushes are okay, but an orange blush, that orange. That orange, like it just on my skin, it just really looks really good. So I usually go for like orange blushes. Again, we are our biggest critics. We are the ones that kind of give ourselves the hard time at the end of the day. Yeah, that was for you, sis. Whoever needed that message, that was for you, sis. We kind of get in our way sometimes, and unfortunately it can lead to us kind of seeing ourselves in a lower vibration than we really are. And that's why you always have to give yourself flowers. Like, don't wait for somebody else to give you your flowers. Like, kind of like give yourself some your flowers. The color, and I love this color, it's so beautiful. Like, can you guys see that shimmer? Like, yeah, it's mine. I love a lot of highlights, so I might kind of like use a lot of highlight, but it is what it is. I love highlight. If I would have stopped doing what I did because of what another person was doing that is also in my field, I would not be where I'm at today. I don't care what people are doing. I actually don't be checking for other people when it comes to who else is like doing it kind of like spiritually the same things that I'm doing. I don't check for them. I don't want to know. And the reason why I don't want to know is because I just really want to go with what I'm doing, and I don't want what someone else is doing to deter me from doing what I want to do, or what I feel like my clientele or my customers would love, or my tribe would love. Because like, when you guys buy from me, all the things that I have in my store, my products, these are things that have helped me in my spiritual journey, and that's why I wanted to also share with you guys, because maybe it'll help those who are still learning as well and don't really know what they're doing as far as what they're doing in their spiritual journey and how to evolve spiritually. So I kind of like really focus on myself. I don't really, you know, really pay attention to what other people are doing, you know what I mean? How I have gotten to this point is by literally listening to spirit. Listen to what spirit has to say. Listen to what my ancestors and my spirit guides have been pushing me to do, because sometimes I'll do stuff and I'm just like, why did I do that? Like, I should never did that. I'll put it out there in my brand. I'm like, I should never did that. But sometimes it's not coming from me, it's coming from spirit. Spirit's just like, no, you may feel that way, but we feel like you should go this way. Now, a lot of other questions that I got, one question was, where do I see myself in 5 years? Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself with child. Yes, I see myself a child, y'all. Cyn wants kids. I see myself a child, maybe 2. I see my business flourishing. I see myself with a storefront, because I really want people to come into my storefront and get readings from me in person. And I also have my products will be laid out so you guys can shop and have your own experience. So I would love that. Of course, I see myself just at a place spiritually where I'm just at peace. Like, my main concern right now in my life is my peace. I enjoy my peace so much. You don't understand how much I enjoy my peace. Like, and nobody can fuck with my peace at this point. People have tried, they were unsuccessful, but I'm in a point in my life where I just really want to really be surrounded by people who love me unconditionally, and people who are not loving me conditionally, and not what I can do for them or how I look when I'm with them. And I just really want to be around people that love on me, because I just feel like sometimes it's hard to find those core people that really value you as a person and not value what you can do for them or how you can see into the future. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I've had people come into my life and just like, they just want to be my friend because I can see and I can give them readings and I can kind of direct them about their spiritual journey, and not because they actually like me as a person. So I'm gonna put on my lipstick really quickly. People always ask me their red lipstick or their red lip stain that I wear on my lip, because it's like, I don't know, the people on Instagram be like really like in my DMs, y'all be really asking like, that's the perfect red shade. Like, what is it? Like, they're always asking me on Instagram what I have on my lips as far as my red lipstick. So what I use is Stila Beso, and this is the only red lip stain that I wear on my lips. So I'm gonna put this on really quick, then I'll come back on and my makeup look will be done, and then I'm gonna go change. Hey guys, I am back and I'm all changed. So I'm just gonna seal it with the Miron Barrier Spray. I love this spray because it kind of like seals my makeup and it's not gonna go nowhere. But so this is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys like these videos. If you want to see more of these videos, please click the thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please follow me on all social medias, which will all be down here. I love you guys so much. Please make sure again to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Bad and bullshit. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless.